Okay, we are live. Welcome everybody to the Node.js Technical Steering Committee meeting. Um, as usual, we follow the agenda. And before we start, does anybody have any announcement? I think it's worth it mention the security release that came out last week, and also Node.js 25.4.0 came out yesterday. If you have any questions, we are updating the nodejs.org website with some important updates about reporting reports on HackerOne and to the vulnerability disclosure requests. Anything else? Oh, or agenda is now HackMD. Okay, right. Uh, As a reminder, remember to nominate people for the contributor spotlight. For CPC and board meeting updates, does anybody have anything? Nope. All right. Moving on. Node.js web team, we have the nomination of Math as web admin. I think the normal procedure is to just inform that in the TC meeting. If no objections until the meeting ends, we can proceed with that. At least it should have at least 7 days, if I remember correctly. I don't know if that's a requirement for WebDing though. Moving on, um, we have GitHub Actions cache limits. I think for those issues that require discussions, we can just skip since, as Ruben mentioned, we don't have a quorum today. Okay. So there's one issue that I would like to mention is that I have opened on the security working group is handling high volume of AI generated vulnerability. Uh, we are going to be more public about that. I have just opened a pull request on nodejs.org. I'm going to send in the chat as well. Basically, we have reduced the signal of HackerOne to 1. So only new users and hackers with reputation bigger than 1, they would be able to report vulnerabilities to Node.js. We are going to send an email to HackerOne to ask them to enforce that more strictly or get any help from automations to assess those reports automatically, just to in case of AI generated report or clearly span report, it automatically close that, but it's still something to discuss. And now we have the collaborator summit. Joy?
Yeah, the survey will close tomorrow. So we're still trying to settle down on the dates, which will be like, you have three options from April 13 to April 15. Like you can combine two dates from those range to, have three options. And currently the more preferred option is 14 to 15. And it'd be helpful if people can, cast people can cast their vote sooner than later so that we can sort of figure out how big the venue that we need, and um, how are we supposed to get the budget from the travel fund that we need. We need an estimate of the travel fund needed, and stuff. So yeah, it would be helpful if people can send in a response before it closes.
So we already have a range, right? From
Yeah, we
April
have a
13.
range and a host that can help.
Okay, great. Do we
Trying
know
to decide, yeah, mostly trying to decide to know about the numbers.
okay. And regardless of the dates that are will be chosen in the survey, the location will be the same, right?
Yeah, it'll be in the city of London.
Okay. If you can share that, that would be great to book hotels and things like that. All right. Um, Anything else to discuss?
Oh, I have an update of about the single executables. I think it's a
Okay.
strategic initiative. I have a pull request that's been sitting for a while to kind of move the building process into core so that you do not have to install PostJack separately to like build a single executable. It's been sitting a while. It's still waiting for reviews. I see that, there are a lot of people plus one or, uh, so it seems to be a welcomed addition, but so far I have not got any reviews. So I will try
Can
to,
you send the request here?
uh, uh, is, uh, okay, send it to the chat. Uh, so it'd be helpful if people can take a look. Um, there are a couple of commits that are separate, and together the pull request is pretty large, mostly because we this is adding a new library. So I'm wondering if it's the size of the pull request that's making people kind of hesitant to review it. I can split it up. My worry is mostly if I split it up, it might make one pull request that's taking forever to review to become six pull requests that will take forever to review it in our Neverlands. So uh,
Yeah, I think the fact that it got, I don't know, no reviews because we don't have much folks with experience on the single executable apps to do. At least that was the reason I didn't review that. It's because I don't have context enough to give a proper review.
um, I wonder if I can split up so that because the first couple of commits do not really require uh knowledge about SEA. The first is like test refactoring, just
Hmm.
it's a instead of like writing fixtures on disk, you put them in a directory tracked into tree so that you can just run it instead of write it in the test and then run it. It's like not really related to SEA. And
Yeah,
there are two other commits that are like more require
dependency.
TSC review because it adds a new library and changes the license a bit. Uh, the two things are already in tree, so the combination of license that we have are not actually changing. Because those two are already in the license, we just like point them to different places. Because like the previous are here, now they are in here. Previous they are in test fixtures, now they are in depths. Um, I think that one need TSC review, but uh, it's not really something that requires knowledge about SEA. You just uh, you just review a dependency update. Um,
Okay. And do we expect to backport that?
um, I think they can be backported.
Okay. So we just need to make sure we need to make sure to include since it's a new Node.js vulnerability assessment. We need to include this new dependency on this repository as soon as we release that, because this a place where we monitor all dependencies whenever they release a secret patch, and we assess if that affects Node.js, and if so, we need to upgrade and or make a secret release.
Yeah, although I think for Lief, we probably do not care so much about their security releases because they are not directly exposed to users.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I guess the problem is whether it will show up in scans when people look at, um, yeah, it probably won't be that obvious, I guess, to users.
We are
Node, yeah.
we are creating a VAX file on Secured Working Group that aims to help on that front. All right. Anything else other than the review of this pull request? No. So I guess that's the end of our meeting. Thank you everybody for joining. Make sure to vote on the survey if you plan to participate in the next Node.js Collaborator Summit in London, April. And see you next week. Bye bye.